Chapstick. This is Dion. This is the crazy tradition of YouTube. I'm Dion. I just woke up about an hour ago. No lie, it is about 10 to 8 at night. I think I got in bed this morning around 9:30 or 10. We're going to see if the E.L.F. No Budge Cream Shadow is a dupe for MAC's Paint Pot. And this is Sand Dune and the E.L.F. No Budge Cream Shadow, and this is Contemplative MAC Paint Pot. I did this yesterday, and I'm like, I need to do this again on video for you guys to see it. This is the E.L.F. Sand Dune. This is the Hourglass number 5 brush. I do like how smooth these are. It goes on easy, blends out easy, which makes it forgiving. It being easier to blend out, like if you're blending out up here. And also maybe because of the tone of the color. And so on me, it's so we're going to take, I'm going to take a clean one, and we're going to go into MAC Paint Pot Contemplative. I do realize that the MAC one for me is drier going on, so I do have to work quicker. I don't know if it's necessarily thicker, but it's definitely drier, which means it's not as smooth and creamy as the E.L.F. one. And this color as well is forgiving because it kind of blends in. So even though the colors are not the same, they both appear kind of like, or my skin tone and my complexion. And what I did was, this was yesterday, I went into the Nessa Myricks Lightworks Volume 3 palette, and I used Solar Rain, because this is a cream, so I didn't want to use that because people were saying it was creasing. I put this on both lids. This side, the E.L.F. one, creased horribly in about 5 hours. It was cracked, it was dry, so I was kind of surprised. And I chose this because it was like a neutral kind of their color, and I also wanted to see, excuse me, if either one would enhance the shifts. And so today I'm going to use Gaia, this one here, and this is a Fenty 230 brush, and I do have, that's not it, I do have 2 of them. So we're just going to go in and we're going to apply this with a dry brush. And this is what that looks like. And because the E.L.F. is smoother, it is easier to swipe this on, and me not feeling like, okay, yeah, I need to use a sponge tip applicator. And so this is what that is looking like. It goes on very easily. And I'm doing this to just blend the top edge. I will say also, I know I didn't give a lot of time for it to dry down, but these both dry like super fast. And so that little bit of time between this one and then doing this one, and now doing the shadow on this one, the No Budge Cream Shadow was completely dry. And so that's what that's looking like. We're going to put that brush down, and we're going to take the clean one. We're going to do the same shade, Gaia, this one here. And yeah, it doesn't go as smoothly because, as I said, the MAC Paint Pot is drier. So I am having to just do, as you see, a little bit at a time. And when I try to go further, you see there's nothing there. And so that's something to consider, is your ease of application. Or for those of you who don't mind using your fingers, just using your fingers. Or a sponge tip applicator. I do not recommend wetting your brush, putting something on top of a cream shadow. Only. So this is what we have. It's looking like, in my mirror down here, it's looking like this is darker, but it may be my lighting. And I do know there's a shadow on this side. So I'm going to put the MAC brush down. We're going to pick up the E.L.F. side brush again, and we're just going to place a little bit more. And maybe because I kept going back in, maybe that's why it's darker. I don't know. So we're going to leave this right now. It is just a few minutes past 8 p.m. We're going to leave this just like this. No, we're not. We're going to take the MAC side because we're going to bring it up just a little bit higher because I'm noticing this side to me looks a little bit higher. So I'm tapping in and I am just bringing this up here. Keep in mind there is no paint pot up here, but it just looks like this is more blended for some reason. So we're going back with the E.L.F brush, not adding any more shadow, and we're just blending back and forth. It is easier to blend. Let me check it on the E.L.F side. Actually, no, they both feel about the same at this point. So we're going to leave this like this. I'm going to just move a little closer and you can see the shifts. So I'm looking down, have my brows raised because we're checking for the shift to see if it's the same. This is the E.L.F side. This is the MAC side. So we have MAC over here and we have E.L.F over here. And when I play this back, I'll see what it looks like. I'll come back in 4 or 5 hours and we'll see if it looks the same. We'll get close again to see if anything's cracked or creased, because right now everything is completely smooth and I'm digging it, and it doesn't look really to be a difference between shadow pot and paint pot, cream shadow, paint pot. Did I tell you I just got up not too long ago? It's been about 4 hours. Chapstick again. It is just about midnight, so yeah, it has been just about 4 hours. I have not looked at it till just now when I sat here. So this is what it's looking like. I got my eyebrows up, looking down, so you can see the shifts, see if there's any creasing, any cracking, any fading. Again, this is the E.L.F No Budge Cream Shadow and Sand Dune underneath this. And this side is MAC's Paint Pot and Contemplative. So you let me know what you think. Do they look the same? Looking down here in my mirror, it looks different. It may be the lighting, but I'll see back when I edit. So I hope that this was helpful if you are considering getting the E.L.F No Budge Cream Shadows. And also if you're wondering if it is a dupe for MAC's paint pots. And I do have a few of the E.L.F ones in my cart, different colors, but I really wanted to see if it was a dupe or how it was going to work before I actually made the purchase, even though these are only $5 for the E.L.F and MAC is over $20. So hope this was helpful. If it was, let me know. If it's not, let me know that as well. Something will pop up over here, so hang tight and you will see me soon.